Hey y'all, Michael here with Hello Cupcake It's Me, and today is July 6th, 2022, and how are you? So, last night was trivia night, and I think we did pretty well. The bar that we went up against had 3 losses, 0 wins, so keeping our fingers crossed that we weren't their first win. It's still too early to tell and find out what's going on, but yeah. Oh man. How did you guys enjoy the 4th of July for those of you who celebrate? I know that there was a huge red movement amongst women who really didn't want to celebrate or who didn't celebrate and changed their profile to like a red circle or a red square or whatever to show solidarity for the Roe v. Wade and stuff like that. So, if you didn't celebrate this year, I completely understand. But if you did celebrate, I hope you and your friends and family had a really good time and that for the most part you were safe. I know alcohol consumption was part of exploding and making things go boom boom. But yeah, I really hope that you guys were safe and sound. For being his first year, Boy did really well with the explosions and stuff like that. He only freaked out after a large mortar kind of went up over our neighbor's house and exploded when he was in the window. And when it exploded, not only did it let out this huge, like, boom, but it was also, like, a lot of popping, fizzling, bright lights. And, he ran to the end of the bed and he looked out the window all scared or whatever. And it took me a second or two, and I'm like, hey, baby, come here, and just, like, giving him scratchings and lovins, and, I gave him a thing of, treats, and I put that on the bed, and he came over and he ate, and played around with him a little bit, and just kind of calmed him down, and told him, you're okay, and, after another one of those big mortars kind of went off, I just shut the window and closed the curtains and just kept reassuring him, dude, you're good. So, above and beyond that, he did really well. And, I am so sick and goddamn tired of the people in this area, and I'm sure it's everywhere, but I'm so sick and tired of people bitching and belly aching about the 4th of July and New Year's. In my area, on the 4th of July and New Year's, for a week prior and about a week after, people blow shit up, they shoot their guns off, they hoop and holler, and they have a good time. In my area, I'm surrounded by a bunch of rednecks and hicks and just like good old boys, okay? So these people, they work hard, they hunt, they smoke, they play their music loud, they drink, and they just stick to themselves. Every fucking year, people are bitching and complaining. Oh, the bombs, the mortars, the this, the that, and the vets, and the vets with PTSD, and all the animals, and that. You know what? Fuck all of that. I have never known an actual combat vet who would want to take away the freedoms of everyone else. Yes, I understand that it could be triggering, but 9 times out of 10, it's no one who has anything to do with the military complaining about that shit. The animals. If the animals can dodge our airplanes and not even dodge. If they have to live with our airplanes, they have to live with our constant traffic, they have to live with us cutting down the forest, and they have to live with our 5G cell phone towers and our boats coming in and out of the harbor and all of that other stuff. They can deal with 2 days, or we'll say at most 4 weeks worth of explosions and booms and pops and this and that and the other thing. Now, I love animals, and I am low-key an animals rights activist, Not to the point where I'm gonna go, like, freaking picket a slaughterhouse with PETA or whatever, but, you know, shut up. Animals are adaptable. If they're scared, they'll go and they'll hide, and it'll be okay for, whatever. They will adjust. But, yeah, every single year, people get on Nextdoor Neighbor or Facebook or whatever it is and bitch and complain. And especially in my area, it is a tourist/retirement community. And so everyone gets on there and clutches their pearls about every fucking thing, and it really gets to me. So every year I have a whole file that I keep saved on all of my computing devices. I even have the file on my phone that says, listen, sorry you moved here on a whim because you fell in love with the beauty of the area, but you didn't take any time to realize what you were moving into, nor did you take time to properly observe the culture. You came here on a vacation. The next year you moved up here. So, this is 100% your fault. You don't like it, get the fuck over it. And I've had people rebuttal, well, I paid good money for my home, so I should feel safe in it. Well, fuck you and your money. No. It doesn't matter if you paid $1 trillion for your house or you pay $1 a month for rent for your house. You move into an area, you need to know that area. You need to see it in all 4 seasons, not just on a whim. I'm sorry, this is something I'm extremely passionate about, as you can tell, and it just gets up under my skin how just stupid people are and how entitled they feel that they are. And I tell them, I'm like, you don't like it, go back to whatever fucking hellhole you moved from. That's as simple as that. Well, I'm gonna call the cops. I'm not. What are you gonna call the cops for? In my area, there is less than 1 degree of separation from people. Everyone is related to everyone. Everyone has fucked everyone. Everyone has gone to school with everyone. Everyone is friends with everyone. There's that. And I tell them that. Do you realize this has been going on for well over 40 years? I've lived here almost 20, and it's been going on the entire time that I've lived here. And it was a generational thing passed on to their kids and their kids' kids. So, and the high school has less than 200 students in it. The elementary school has less than 200 students in it. And the preschool and the kindergarten have less than 200 students in it. Everyone knows everyone. My friends who live right down the street, their children's teacher was their teacher. And I even have a grandparent who is the teacher, who was the teacher of one of my friends, who is now the teacher of their kids. So there's a huge mixing bowl and and I told him that. I'm like, what are you going to do? You know what they do? And I've seen this time and time again where I've been out at a party that's a little too rowdy for the clutch of pearl folk. The cops come up, hey, you guys, you should turn it down. And they'll come over, grab a beer, talk with everyone at the party, hey, we haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, what's going on? And then, okay, talk to you later, get back in their car, and go back to the station. Because all they have to do is respond to the call. And a lot of times what their response is they'll drive by, flip on their lights, honk the horn, and keep on driving by and shut their lights off. But no one wants to hear that. Oh, no, no, no. So, anyways, I'm going to get off that subject because, as you can tell, I'm very passionate about it, and I hate people who move into an area and try to completely change it to match the area that they just left for all the same reasons of why they left that area. So, yeah. And last night at the bar, I almost got in a fight. This drunk bastard decided that he was going to open a mouth about a subject that I was talking to a friend about. And it was on the subject of abuse, childhood trauma, and child abuse. And the person that I was talking to my friend about, I have a lot of personal experience and history with this person. And I know firsthand the abuse that this person underwent. And so we were talking about the trauma and the abuse and the cycle of mental health issues that resulted from that. This asshole decided that he needed to chime in and said, people just need to learn to get the fuck over it. We all have baggage from our childhoods and shit that our parents fucked us up with. I looked at him and I said, I don't give a fuck what childhood trauma you have. I'm never not going to say something about child abuse, especially when I have firsthand experience with it. Like, there were things that happened to me that could, by today's standards, would have gotten CPS called and had me removed from my home. But none of my mental health issues stem from the direct violating abuse that took place in my household. Unlike the person that I am talking about, I said, so kindly shut the fuck up and take your drunk ass elsewhere, because no. And I could feel my blood boiling. And I just I have to go. I have to fucking go. My blood pressure is way up. I started getting this really weird headache. I've been having a lot of issues with this tendon or this vein right here. It starts throbbing and it causes this low-grade migraine headache that goes all the way up into the temple and then crisscrosses right across here and makes me nauseous. And that started happening. My Fitbit wasn't even registering my heart rate at that point. I was like, stop. You're going to give yourself a fucking aneurysm, and it's not going to be a good thing. So I came home from that, but I was just still fuck you, dude. Just fuck off. So, and I had a little bit of a with him earlier in the day, and we were all just kind of joking and ha 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 or whatever. But yeah, last night everything about him was irking me. So if he's there next Tuesday, I'm going to try to ignore him, and hopefully, everything is good. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold my tongue around him much more if that continues. And if that means that I have to stop going to the bar or try to have him 86th from the bar, because he's not a local. He just kind of started showing up. And he's always talking about going home to New Jersey or wherever the fuck it is that he's from. And I might just try to pull rank and tell the bar owner, listen, this guy needs to not be here, or I don't need to be here. Either way. And it's gonna suck because I love fucking trivia night, but yeah. So, anyways, outside of all of that, went to the lake a couple of days ago and got out there with my sister and her boyfriend, and he didn't get in, but me and my sister, we got in and we swam around, and she's such a freaking wimp. She touched one of the sunken logs out there, and she's like, "Oh my god!" Ah! I'm like, "Shut up before I hold you under the water until the bubbles stop." Like, oh man! But we had a lot of fun. We stayed out there until probably about 7:30, 8. Well, no, I think it was about 8:30 by the time we left. And there was some wild salmon berries out there, and I picked some of those and ate them, and they like gave me heartburn almost instantly. I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." But yeah, just had a lot of fun doing that. And my 4th of July was rather quiet. You know, like I said, I was just home hanging out with the boy, and really the only thing I've did that this last week or so was just get caught up on some of my TV shows like Stranger Things, and I've rewatched Squid Game, and what else? Watched a couple of new movies, and just, called it good. Sorry, I thought I heard a weird electronic beep. But yeah, so this week, it's already Wednesday, so I got a few things planned for today. I'm going to go meet my sister for lunch at noon, or not noon, at 11, and then I gotta run some errands, and one of those errands that I gotta run is I got to go by the pharmacy and get my medication for the month. And then Friday, I am going with a friend of mine to go see Thor Love and Thunder, or Thunder and Love, however it's put together. So kind of looking forward to that. And then Saturday, I need to go do grocery shopping, so should be kind of fun and interesting. So the Saturday video may be me doing a video from my car, like one of those down and dirty uploads. So I haven't made that decision yet. We'll see what Saturday holds. But until then, I hope you all are doing well and that you get through this week the best that you can. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comment section down below. Make sure you follow me on all the different social medias. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Head over to anchor.fm/hellocupcakeitsme to listen to the podcast. And check out the blog over at hellocupcakeitsme.com. And until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.